Every time you make an excuse, you give away a piece of your potential. You trade your power for comfort. You trade your goals for temporary relief. You're not ready. The timing isn't right. You'll start next week. You'll wait until life slows down. Not in one big moment, but in the daily habit of choosing avoidance over action, of choosing comfort over commitment, of choosing to delay what you know matters. But none of that is true. The truth is simple. You're scared, you're uncertain. And it's easier to make an excuse than it is to confront the gap between who you are and who you could be. And most of the time, you don't even realize you're doing it. Excuses are subtle. They sound like logic. They sound like good reasons. You're tired, you're busy. All of it lives on the other side of your excuses. It's about choosing to lead instead of being led by your circumstances. That's where your power begins. And the truth is, no one's coming to change that for you. But the good news is, all of that can change. Not the most impressive step, just the first one. And then another, and then another. That's how progress is made. That's how excuses lose their power. Because discipline is not a trait you're born with. It's a skill you build. Through doing what needs to be done, not just what feels good. Through showing up when it's inconvenient. Through making progress even when no one sees it. You can feel unprepared and still start. You can feel uncertain and still take control. It's about making decisions based on who you want to become, not how you feel in the moment. Every excuse you make is a wall between you and your future. And the longer you keep making them, the more those walls turn into a prison. That's how potential dies. Your excuses are not harmless. They are the quiet destroyers of growth. They don't protect you, they hold you back. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they give up before they've even tried. They let excuses take the wheel. They wait for the right time. That from this moment forward, your actions will speak louder than your fears. You need to stop lying to yourself about why you're stuck. You're not stuck because life is hard. You're stuck because you keep choosing the same patterns that keep you small. They search for perfect conditions, but perfect conditions never come. They don't exist. The right time is when you decide to stop waiting and start moving. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. The job you say you hate. The habits you know are hurting you. The dream you say you want, but never pursue. You have to be the one who decides that enough is enough. That today is the day you stop settling, because fear will always be there. Doubt will always show up, but you don't have to obey it. You can feel afraid and still move forward. Taking responsibility is not about blaming yourself. It's about owning your role, and power is built through discipline. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about consistency. You're not tired, you're distracted. You're not overwhelmed. You're avoiding. You're not incapable. You're undisciplined. And you build it by taking the first step, not the perfect step. You'll always have reasons to quit. Life will always hand you something to deal with, but that's not a reason to give up. That's a reason to get stronger. That's a reason to grow. By setting a standard and refusing to lower it just because things get uncomfortable. Because your future depends on your ability to keep going when it's not easy. Focus, sacrifice, and most importantly, they require a decision. You can't change your life by doing what's easy. You change it by doing what's necessary. Your potential is not a guarantee. It's a possibility. And possibilities don't become reality by accident. They require effort. A decision to stop letting fear make your choices. A decision to stop playing small. A decision to step into your own power and take control of your path. You owe it to your future to take this seriously. This is not just about goals. It's about self-respect. It's about proving to yourself that you are not the sum of your excuses. You are the result of your discipline. The people you admire didn't get where they are by avoiding difficulty. They got there by facing it. One that moves you forward, one that lifts you higher, one that turns your potential into power. By deciding that their goals mattered more than their excuses, by refusing to accept average when greatness was possible. With your mindset, with your decision, with your willingness to say, "I'm done letting excuses write my story." It will feel hard. And the only thing standing in the way is the excuse you keep giving yourself not to begin. It will stretch you, and that's exactly why it works. And you can do the same. You are not different. You are not broken. You are not too late. Everything would change because you'd stop wasting time. You'd stop letting fear and doubt run your life. You'd start building momentum. You'd start creating results. When you have every reason to quit, but you don't, you'd start becoming who you were meant to be. But you have to decide that today is the day you stop holding yourself back. Ask yourself right now, what would my life look like if I stopped making excuses? What would change if I showed up every day with focus? What could I build if I stayed consistent? The answer is everything. You are one decision away from a completely different trajectory. But that decision won't feel comfortable. It won't feel easy. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you're challenged, when you're tested. That's the moment where you shift from average to unstoppable. That's the moment where you stop making excuses and start making progress. You owe it to yourself to stop living beneath your potential. Every excuse you've ever made can be replaced by a better choice, but no one can do that for you. It starts with you, so say it, mean it, and start acting like it. Because your life is waiting. This is your moment to choose differently, to think differently, to live differently. Don't waste it.